Hello and welcome to History at Long Road. We're very pleased that you've decided to study history at A-level and to study it here at Long Road. I'm Clare Dunkerley, I'm the course team leader for history, and I'm going to talk you through the summer work and what we'd like you to do before you join us in September. So the A-level summer work is designed to give you a bit of background to the work you'll be doing in September. It's also hopefully something that will get you enthused and really interested in your A-level studies. Now, at Long Road, there are two different pathways for the A-level course. We also do the same A-level specifications from AQA. We all study the Stuarts and 17th century England, and we also do the same topic for the coursework, slavery to civil rights. But you have a choice on the kind of modern depth study that you want to study. You can either choose Germany and look at Weimar Germany and Nazi Germany, or Russia and look at Russia under Lenin and then Stalin. Now, the reason it's relevant now is because this grid is actually the topics we study each term. So autumn term is the modern study, spring term is the Stuarts, summer term, the coursework. So you will need to know what depth study you'd like to do, Germany or Russia, before you join us in September. And some of you will have a really good idea on that, and you'll think, right, yes, I'm definitely doing the summer work on Germany or Russia. And others of you will think, well, I'm not sure. And in which case you could look at the summer work on both topics and then make your decision through your experience of that work. It's also okay to have done the summer work on one of these countries, say Germany, and then change your mind and decide to study Russia in the autumn. Now, for the summer work, there are actually two tasks to do, and we provide you with all the materials and all the information that you'll need. The first task requires just some general reading to get an idea of the problems that Russia or Germany were facing at the start of the 20th century, a little bit before your course begins. And we want you to read some text and also to look at some video clips to identify 3 key strengths and 3 key weaknesses of each country. And really your experience of that work is to give you a general idea of what the country was like and the problems facing the country and what the leaders were like and the flaws that they had. So the video clips are also in the Word document, and you'll find these links that you can then copy and download for yourself. And then you will complete the table like this, but it will just obviously have one of the countries listed. So that is your first task, to look at quite a few bits of information and just identify a few general points, 3 general strengths and 3 general weaknesses. Now, task 2 requires you to read a bit more carefully and precisely, and you'll read ahead on a general introduction to the course. And it'll go over some of the material that you will later study in a bit more depth. And you then have some quite precise questions to answer. There are 10 questions. 9 of them are very, very specific in the answers they require. And the last question requires you to write a little bit more, and you might need some paper for that to expand your thoughts on. Now, the summer work you should bring with you in September, and it will give you a really good introduction to what we will be then going on to study, and give you that confidence and that kind of willingness to think, right, I'm prepared and I can answer questions in class. You also might want to do some other things. So if you know definitely which country you'd like to be studying, you might think, well, I will get a textbook and read that and read ahead. You also might want to look at some more general reading and look at films and things to give yourself a bit of a background. because history is one of those subjects where people have a real passion for it, a real interest in it. So I've just listed here a few things that you might want to look at if you've got the time and the interest there. So if you like reading novels, there's a really good novel on Russia, The Betrayal by Helen Dunmore, which is set just before the death of Stalin, but gives you a real sense of what it's like in a police state. And the other book that I'd really recommend, Alone in Berlin by Hans Verlade, again gives you a sense of what it's like living in Germany during World War II in the grip of the Nazi dictatorship. Okay, so we really look forward to seeing you in September. You bring your summer work in. You'll probably find it's also useful over the summer to purchase a file, a lever arch file, because you'll be working on paper and you have to keep your notes organised and so forth. Okay, well, we look forward to seeing you in September. Thank you.